This channel is a group of investigative journalists who make educational documentaries showcasing and educating society, especially parents and legal guardians, about potential scenarios that result from young people and adults conversating online if left unchecked. We conduct thorough interviews with consenting adults in an attempt to understand their perspective on why they partake in these conversations online with people that are not of age. The goal of the interviews in these videos and the videos themselves is to gain an understanding of the perspective of the individual being interviewed, so parents and the rest of society can be educated and aware of potential thought processes and desires of adults online to unsupervised persons not of age. These videos are not to cyberbully, harass, degrade, accuse, or threaten any individuals partaking in the interview process or in the video itself. We do not condone any of these actions. These videos are strictly educational, and we grant full permission for academia, which is any classroom setting or in scholarly papers, to show or cite our videos. To ensure that these videos are strictly used for educational purposes, we strictly adhere to YouTube's community guidelines, such as not revealing someone's personally identifiable information, in other words, PII. YouTube defines personally identifiable information as their home address, email addresses, signing credentials, phone numbers, passport number, medical records, or bank account information. We thoroughly look at and edit our videos to ensure that none of this information about any individual is shown in our videos. To ensure extra privacy for each person that is a subject of an interview in any of our videos, as of September 1st, 2022, to thoroughly comply with YouTube's harassment and bullying policy, there will be no mention or information about the last name or first name of any person interviewed in our videos. Due to potentially illegal activities discussed in our videos, law enforcement in the respective jurisdiction we conduct these interviews in is notified of each interview and video filmed by us. We are not accusing any individual interviewed of being guilty or committing a crime. That is the job of law enforcement. We are not vigilantes, and we do not condone vigilantism or vigilante behavior, such as taking the law into your own hand or not notifying law enforcement when a suspected crime takes place. We are investigative journalists. Trigger warning. Some of what can be discussed in these videos can be sensitive to some, emotional, or stressful. The only goal of these videos is to educate the public. At the end of each video, as of September 1st, 2022, there will be an educational portion at the end to discuss what was talked about in the video and to discuss what people can take from that video and learn from and tell others about. Our goal here is to bring awareness and educate the public. Now the video will start.
If you want to get ad-free access of our rawest, unedited, and uncensored catches, exclusive live streams, and behind-the-scenes phone calls, join our locals for the low price of just $10 a month. And don't forget to get yourself something new like our exclusive Air Gordon t-shirt, only on PredatorPoachers.com.
1402 Sam. We're checking out now.
Don't resist, we'll make it.
We're checking out
I think the van looks weird. This is on 15th. He's on 15th. You guys don't think the van looks sus? I think it kind of does. I'm not gonna face the car. He's typing. I said, is that you? He said yes. I gotta try to get him out of the car. Got him.
It's gotta be you.
Hi. Hi.
Oh, hi, Ari.
Sorry, the sun's in my face.
You look tired there.
I'm sleepy.
Do you want to go or not?
We can.
Okay.
We talk first. I'm a little nervous.
What's that?
I'm a little nervous.
Hold my hand.
I'm nervous.
Just hold my hand. That won't hurt you. You are so shy.
Yeah.
You have beautiful fingers.
Thanks.
Why are you being so shy?
Well, the sun's
You
in
were
my
so
face.
excited.
Wait, let me turn this way.
One in the truck.
I kind of want to talk a little first. I'm a little nervous.
Oh, let's talk in the truck. You can trust me.
I
I mean,
know.
we're out in the public.
Is my mic on?
I guess we can just talk a little bit first.
Can't get there.
I guess we can just talk a little bit first.
I know you're.
What's he saying now?
But you seemed really excited about it.
Yeah, I'm still excited. Are you?
Okay, let me just close the door here.
Anything. All I wanted was a hug. I swear to God,
He said, I swear to God.
I am a father foremost of anything.
He said, I'm a father of four.
Yeah.
I'm not here to all that shit yet.
Mm. Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah. You still wanted to do that stuff?
You want?
Did you still want to do that stuff?
You want to be outside?
What do you mean? You want to do it outside?
Well, I want to go in the truck and talk because I can't hear very well outside with the wind blowing.
Oh. Yeah, it's really windy.
I'll shut it off.
The wind?
Come on, Ari. We've spent a lot of time setting this up.
Yeah, it's true. I like your glasses.
I've never done anything or said anything.
I know,
to make
it's
you
just,
nervous.
it's my first time meeting you, that's why.
Okay. I understand.
Yeah.
How's it going, John? Want to have a conversation about what's going on here, man? Just want to have a talk about what's going on here, okay?
Okay.
We just have a seat over there.
What's that?
We just have a seat over there.
Oh.
My name is Gordon. Nice to meet you. I just want to talk about it, man. That's all. Pretty big guy. You used to play football at all, or
Oh, what?
you used to play football at all?
I spent what?
Are you kind of hard of hearing a little bit?
I don't hear very well.
Okay, you used to play football at all, or?
Football? No, I was a weightlifter.
Okay, I can tell, man. You got that frame. How much did you bench?
About 405.
There you go. Yeah, that's damn. High school or college or?
High school, a little bit of college.
Got it. Well, are you a football fan at all?
I have played football, but I mainly played soccer.
No.
I did, sir.
Okay.
Well, I had a hard time with the football team.
Okay. Why's that?
The coaches.
Oh, that'll do it, man. Yeah, I played college football for a year. Hated the coaches. Never played again. That's how it is. Well, just let me know if I'm talking too softly and stuff like that. You know, I can always speak up. But I just want to talk to you about it. That's all, man.
Okay.
So how did this? Before anything, how old is it? Is this chick?
It was Instagram, and it was just a peaceful talk.
Yeah. No. Exactly.
And
That's
then
what,
all of a sudden, one day she started talking because usually she'd say one or two words.
yeah.
A couple days go by, I'd say, "Hey, how you doing?" She'd do the same thing, and it was really interesting. And then all of a sudden, she started getting serious about it. I'm like, okay, well, I think we need to talk.
Sure. No, that makes sense. I guess is it? I mean, I guess. So how old is she?
She's 13.
Fair enough. Yeah, I guess it's kind of is it common for girls her age to like be like this online, or?
It is common in Instagram. I don't know if you spent any time in it, but I got to be very careful on Instagram, and I am truly. I don't usually meet up with kids,
Sure.
but she seemed to be really adamant about wanting to talk to her father since she doesn't have one.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, okay.
That makes sense. So you kind of fill the void for her that wasn't there. Well, I appreciate that, dude. You know, when people go through the foster system and shit, even at home sometimes, dude, it's just pure. You know what I mean? It's like I'm glad you were there for her. Allergies. Just be at a distance, but get his face. But yeah, so I guess how long have you known that girls are kind of like this on Instagram?
Actually, we've been talking for about a month, I think.
Okay.
And like I said, it's just been every other day, even sometimes 3-4 days. We just say hi.
Yeah. No, 100%.
I never made any comment at all about meeting her or anything like that. And but like I said, all of a sudden, just a couple days ago, she started talking. Usually, she just be a 1 or 2 word girl.
Hey, I have a 13-year-old cousin. I know how they are.
Okay? And I said, okay, this is strange. So I told her, let's talk.
Right.
There's something on your mind, and let's talk.
Right.
I mean,
No.
It was purely innocent.
No, I've read some of these. I definitely see it that way as well. But I guess how many girls online have tried to like kind of come to you for advice and like, I mean, because obviously you're good at giving advice. I think you do a good job of that. But
Well, I usually pretty much ignore them.
sure.
And I always ask the age of a person and ask permission if I can talk to them.
I appreciate that. How old are these girls usually that try to hit you up, or boys or
Well,
whatever?
I mean, I don't know, to tell you the truth, because on Instagram they hide behind their texting. And
Well, yeah, I guess you don't know until you see it, but like, how old do they tell you they are?
I've talked to maybe 4 or 5 girls.
Okay.
And when I see that, a lot of them are, I don't know if you know what OnlyFans are.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of them are part of OnlyFans. They want me to see their, and I pretty much delete them after that. I mean, I don't want to see them.
Yeah, of course. How often are they like about age?
I don't know, to tell you the truth, because they don't relinquish their age. They all say they're 18.
Really?
Yeah. And when I see them and they want me to go to OnlyFans, I like, you know what? I want nothing to do with OnlyFans.
Oh, that's a cesspool, man.
And so I don't touch them. I completely deleted my account once I found out what OnlyFans was about.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna ask. I mean, do they only talk on Instagram, or do they try to bring it to other apps? Like, how do these people operate?
Usually it starts with Instagram or Threads.
Right. Threads. I know Threads.
I mean, I am not searching for little girls.
No, dude. Trust me. I know that. I wouldn't be here talking to you if I thought that was the case. Yeah.
I'm a father of 9 children.
Mhm.
And this was purely about, I mean, I don't know if you've read her texts or anything.
A few of them, yeah.
Okay.
No, and I understand, but it seems like there's a And dude, trust me, I've had to block people too. But it seems like for whatever reason, girls try to talk to you. Like, I guess when did that start happening? Say again.
I'm sorry.
I guess it seems like more so. I know you're not trying to find girls, like, I know you're not typing in girls or anything like that, but it's more so seems like they're trying to talk to you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but in this case, we would just say hi. I'd
Right.
say, hey, how you doing? And it went on for weeks like that. And I was perfectly happy with that.
Fair enough. So you mentioned that it usually starts on Instagram. So what other apps do they try to bring people to?
Well, I mean, I'm on Instagram, so.
Right.
But I'm not looking for children. I'm looking for women who want to date.
Oh, of course. So is the reason you're on Instagram trying to find someone to date?
Yeah, but the women you can't trust.
Yeah.
I mean, they either want you to go to fans and pay for their content,
Yeah.
or they want you to pay for their fuel to come to their house. I'm like, what? You want me to trust you to send you money without seeing you?
What other apps do they try to get you to besides OnlyFans? Like,
Well, there's WhatsApp, there's Telegram. I'm not a fan. I deleted my Telegram account.
Mhm.
I told her about Telegram. I said, but she seemed to be really curious about it. And I said, okay, it's a good, secure site. There's
Sure.
nothing wrong with
no,
Telegram.
of course not. No.
The problem is people don't use it.
Right. It's like a double-edged sword. Like on one hand, you should probably hide from the government if you have if you don't like the government. But on the other hand, you deal shit like that. So you said you got rid of Telegram?
I did. I got tired of people. They would on Instagram. They would type in an address for Telegram,
Sure.
and they would tell you to go here and look at my content. I'm like, or their channel. That's what
Okay.
it is.
Okay.
I'm like, and before I knew anything about Telegram, I was doing it, and it had everything to do with paying for their content.
Uh-huh.
Like,
So you said some people, like, in what way do they use it?
well, just like that. I mean, they'll use it because it's so private, and there's a capability of creating channels,
Sure.
and in these channels there's groups,
Okay.
and by these groups they get people to join these groups,
Uh-huh.
and then they get people to pay for the content.
Got it. I'm sure the stuff they're selling on them probably isn't always above water, is it?
Oh no. So I mean, I just got so many meet me here, and I what, I want nothing to do with that. So I
Right.
deleted Telegram.
When'd you get rid of it?
Well, you just uninstall it.
Okay. When did that happen?
Oh, I've done it 3 or 4 times.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. So some of the stuff on there is pretty unflattering, you would say?
Yeah. Now, what I've learned is if you don't go to their channels, if you don't on the link that's like in Instagram,
Yeah.
then you're fine.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with Telegram.
No, 100%.
I mean, it's a very secure, private site. So.
Well, you said you raised 9 kids, right? Well, I appreciate that. Were they all girls or?
But no, I had 5 girls, 4 boys.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. Yeah, no, so I think, you're a father. Does some of the stuff on Telegram make you feel unpleasant as a father or?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, some of the things they say they do, well, they say they do, and
Right.
as soon as they are, I'm like, no,
Oh, God.
no, that's not what I'm here for.
Do you know if these kids are like American or foreign or?
Oh, what?
Do you know if these kids are like American or foreign or?
I think they're all over the place,
Okay.
to tell you the truth.
So you've come across some kids on there who are probably in some bad positions, huh?
It is.
How did that make you feel?
Uncomfortable.
For sure. So what were the age ranges that these kids were on Telegram?
I don't know. I think probably.
I'm not
Well,
judging.
okay, I mean,
I'm not knocking you.
they-
I know it's just you can't control
They
that.
looked older, but I could just tell by the way they talked. But I mean,
Right, but as young as
maybe
they are, like
13
13.
to 16.
Okay. God damn, man. How did it? So like, what are they trying to do on there? Like how do they like? Do they find you on Instagram and bring you to Telegram, or do they just find you on Telegram? Or
I use Instagram because it's a lot of people use it as a base of meeting. I mean, it's almost like a dating site.
Right. Yeah. I have
But
Instagram.
the problem with Instagram is you can't trust anyone.
Right.
You know, I mean, I was talking to this one girl for 6 months, and she ended up just being a fraud.
Dude, I have. Do you use Snapchat at all?
No.
I actually met my girlfriend on Snapchat. And she's like, yeah, I would use that. Have you ever looked into Snapchat?
I have my daughter's friend does, and that was her only capability of talking. So whenever I had to go pick her up for my daughter, but that's about it.
Okay, so you don't use Snapchat to talk to your daughter's friend as you go scoop her up from school or something like that?
It's just like another site. So
okay, got it. Well, that's cool. I mean, so you were like the cool dad in the neighborhood, or?
I don't know too many people, but my daughter and I are very close.
That's awesome, man.
So I mean, I take care of her pretty well.
Nice. Oh yeah. Well, I appreciate that, man. Because 2025 is the year where there's been no other year in U.S. history where more fathers are absent from their kids. So I appreciate you. So have you raised other kids that weren't your own, or were they?
Well, I raised 5 of them that were my own.
Were not your own?
Yeah, I have 4, but I've raised 5 more. That my wife was from Honduras.
Okay.
And I met her in Honduras, and we got married and brought her kids over with her.
She had 5 kids? Holy shit! She came all the way to Little Oklahoma.
I brought them all over.
So y'all all packed into like a little house here, or?
Well, no, we lived in California at the time.
Where in California?
Well, we lived in the city of Bell at first, and I bought a house in Ontario. I was an engineer.
Okay. God, Ontario, that's way in the desert.
Yeah, but I got a job working for Cintas, and they were right there down the street, so it was a good job.
Yeah, I got family in Montclair, so not too far from there. But damn, okay, small world, huh? So what brought you over? So you're not from Oklahoma, are you?
No, I lived in Duncan for a year one time, and they had the worst winter of years.
Yeah.
I caught pneumonia, and I went back home.
Oh yeah, I can't blame you, man. Can't beat California weather. I mean, I know San Bernardino County gets pretty hot.
I'm from Missouri, so I mean,
we're Missouri.
Kansas City.
Okay, I got you. All right, that's interesting.
Am I in trouble or something?
Dude, no, man. I really think that obviously maybe there's some messages that might not be the most flattering, but I really don't think you're a bad person. That's why I'm here to talk to you.
Are you her father?
No. But I do want to ask, so some of the stuff on Telegram, is it more so those kids sending pictures themselves, or is it like adults like with the adults sending pictures of kids, or?
A lot of these, I mean, I don't know who set the platforms up for them.
Yeah, of course.
But it seems like the kids that are ones that are doing it.
Jesus Christ. So I'm not
But I mean, you can go on Telegram, and like I said, it's just another site, and it's pretty much just a chat site.
Right.
But the problem is Telegram's got this way of creating groups.
Right.
And you have to ask to be a part of these groups. But the invitation from these groups come from Instagram.
Right. So Instagram's kind of like the hub that you kind of like, it's like Grand Central Station. You take each train to. Okay. So I am curious because I know online it's so common for kids to be trafficked. Obviously, that's not what you're here to do, clearly, but we've all come across that shit online. So I'm trying to track down some of these videos, pictures, whatever. So what videos and pictures have these 13-year-olds sent on Telegram? I'm not saying you ask for it or want it, but obviously if you're...
no, what they'll do is they'll dress in provocative clothing.
Okay.
Bathing suits and things like that.
Sure.
Of course, Instagram's a good program because they monitor very well.
Right.
And so, they have to be very... They're not going to be showing any on Instagram.
Right, I go to Telegram.
And that's the whole point of creating the site on Telegram, because Telegram is so private and so secure that...
Well, is it mostly boys or girls on Telegram?
It's mainly girls.
Okay. So I'm not saying that, the only reason I'm asking you is because I want to try to track down some of these kids. I know you're not asking, I know you're not looking for little girls. Obviously, I wouldn't be here talking to you if that was the case. But like, I'm just saying, like, when they send these new, is it like what are they? Is it usually videos or pictures they're sending of this shit?
Well, no, I don't actually see anything. They put up they put this invitation, they put this T at Instagram, and then they have their own address, and you would go to that address, and then you would find out that they want you to join and pay for their content.
Sure.
Like,
so what are they selling?
I'm sure they're selling pictures of themselves.
Makes sense. So is it like when they usually charge? I mean, I didn't get my bank account until I was 18. How are they charging for this stuff? Like,
a lot of them use crypto.
Okay.
Or PayPal.
Yeah.
Cash App.
Okay. Dude, speaking of, you saw Bitcoin just skyrocket. You into that shit at all?
I mean, I have PayPal, but I use it for sending money to my kids.
Right.
I've got a girlfriend in the Philippines, and she has 3 small children, and I support them.
Oh, fair enough. So that's dang. So how many girlfriends you got, man? You're like fucking John Smith out here. What? Not.
Well, her and I
not
were together for about 2 years, and she did me wrong, and we're trying to patch things up.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking for her as a girlfriend. She just seemed like she really wanted to talk to someone, a father figure.
Right.
So,
Did she have any curiosity about like stuff at all, or?
she did. I mean, she was really asking me about Telegram, and at first I was very defensive about it. I told her, look, don't do it. Don't have anything to do with Telegram.
Right.
But then she was adamant about it, and I said, look, okay, listen, I'll download the app again, and if you want to talk in there, that's fine. We'll talk in there.
Right.
But don't join any groups or anything.
Right. Fair enough.
Just don't do it.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you keeping her out of that, man. Genuinely. Did she ever try to flirt with you?
She calls herself.
Right. I know. Did she try to like flirt with you, or?
Kind of like.
Okay.
You know, she was very adamant about wanting to see me. I'm like, well, okay. And she said she had a grandmother who lives here. I said, okay. When your grandmother's here, we can meet up. We'll meet up. So.
When did you first find out that kids would themselves online? Like, how long ago was this? Excuse me.
Oh, shoot. I mean, I've been on Instagram for about a year now.
Okay.
And I've learned my lesson with Instagram. I really went through some bad hurt falls with women who they lie. They just flat out lie.
Well, I guess when did you start to see kids themselves on Instagram?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
And they'll follow you is what they'll do.
Okay.
And you'll see them, and then they'll say something nice, and okay, whatever.
Right.
But what happens here is there's this group follow. If you follow one person and you hit that group follow, you're following all these people.
It's like
you don't even know who they are.
Right. It's like a snowball effect. Yeah. Okay.
So,
I know you being from California wouldn't know too much about snowballs. Maybe that's why you fell into it now. But God, okay. So how many of these kids have tried to hit you up, say hi to you? Like, how often does it happen?
I mean, some say hi all the time. There's probably 10 or 12 of them.
What are their age ranges?
I don't know.
What do they tell you?
Well, they're not. They're just showing their picture. Now, some of them, absolutely, they put their demographics in there, and they say they're 18 years old.
Right, but I asked because obviously I know you talk to mostly adults, but I just heard that about 10 to 12 kids have hit you up. So what ages were they, or what age did you find out they were?
I only found about 3 of them that were about 10 to 12 years old.
Okay,
and but most of them I found out were about 16 to 17.
Sure.
And actually, they ended up being 18 years old.
So they kind of aged themselves down a little bit.
Yeah, they want to attract the adults.
I see. So the 10 to 12-year-olds, what platforms do they talk to you on?
Well, they start off on Instagram.
Where'd they where they drag old man to?
Well, I mean, yeah, they do fans only.
A 10-year-old doing OnlyFans?
You know, fans only said that they only did things that had to do with, adults.
Yeah, sure.
But of course, the kids don't tell the truth.
So you've had 10-year-olds, 12-year-old kids try to drag you to OnlyFans. Have they tried to drag you anywhere else?
Well, it's mainly Telegram.
Okay. God, man. God, dude, I swear when I was 10, dude, I didn't know the first thing about any of this shit. It's like, I had the Instagram, sure, but I didn't it was like, what the hell? That's crazy. I mean, do you try to steer them in the right, how does the conversation go with these kids? Like, what are they trying to do?
Well, I just, when they follow me, and they say you want me to follow, I just give them a compliment and leave them alone.
Okay. Do any of them try to continue the conversation with you further?
Yeah, they try to, but I know when I see that to Telegram,
yeah,
or fans only, I don't have anything to do with them at all.
Fair enough. I do want to ask because, like I said, I have a 13-year-old cousin, and she's had more than one talk about stuff like this. Do any of these kids try to ask you for photos at all, or anything like that?
No. No. I'm sure they would have when I got to the site, because you can't do that on Instagram, and I know that. I'm not gonna do it anyway.
Right. Have any of them offered to send you photos?
Yes, if you go to the fans only or the Telegram page, they'll say, "Hey, pay for my content."
You're telling me that? I'm just kind of baffled that. Obviously, we're on the same team with this, but I'm just so you're telling me that 10 to 12-year-olds have just have it set up to where they're selling their own content like that? Crazy, man.
It is, and I think.
Right.
I'm not going to pay for that stuff.
Fair enough. How much do they try to ask? How much money do they try to charge you for that stuff?
To join the group, some of them would be up to $200.
How much do they charge for their own pictures?
Well, I don't know. I never joined the group. So
No, I understand. But how much have they said it's going to cost to do it?
I never found out.
Okay.
I see that. I thought it was just an invitation to go to Telegram to talk.
Right.
I'd go to their link and end up being this site.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no.
Have they ever asked you to trade photos before, or trade photos? Have they asked you that?
No, because I never actually went inside their group.
Okay. God, so have you had any boys try to message you before?
Yeah, maybe one or two.
How old were they?
One was 13. And I asked him, well, I'm bi. I'm like, well, he tried to have me set him up with his girlfriend. And with my daughter. He wanted me to set up with my daughter.
Oh, did he?
And he's 13, my daughter's 16. And I'm like, look, my daughter's an independent girl.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that to her. And I'm sure she doesn't want anything to do with you.
Did that boy try to get with you?
He made a comment about wanting to kiss.
Okay.
And, and he, I just didn't really want to be involved with him.
When's the last time you had?
Huh?
When's the last time you had?
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
A year ago when I was in Philippines.
Okay. Oh, so you met that girl in the Philippines?
Yeah.
Cool. How old are her kids?
At the time they were 2, 4, and 6, 2, 4, and 7, and now they're 5, 7, and 10. Got it.
So, so how old's the mom?
She's 20. She just turned 28.
Okay, so she has 3 kids. Is it 3 boys, 3 girls, mixed? 3 girls, nice. How's it like with the girls?
Oh, life was great with the girls. They are so close. I love her so much.
Oh, sweet of you, man. Are the girls also were they curious, at all, or any?
Well, I mean, we bought them laptops, but I put child restraints on everything. I had child restraints on my 16-year-old until she turned 15.
There you go.
And but my daughter's a nurse too. She's a good girl.
Good. All right. Well, have you ever like tried to help a kid out online by? I mean, I'm not saying you're trying to buy content, but have you ever just, if they were hungry or something, or if they're ever like in need, have you ever just said, here's some money, just take care of yourself?
I would never send them money.
Who have you sent money
Now,
to?
I've had a lot of women ask me to send them money.
Right.
There's this thing about, and I guess it's a fraud thing where they said, "Hey, I live in the same town.
Yeah.
Buy me some gift cards,
Yeah.
and
Of
I'll meet you, and you can meet me at my house. So my kids will be busy watching TV." I'm like, "What? You're crazy." So I have a standing rule to see a person on video chat before
Right.
I really get to know.
So how did you? So you went all the way to the Philippines. Was she? Where she? What city does she live in?
I met her at work. She was a bartender at one of the bars.
Oh, so you're just visiting the Philippines.
She lives in the Philippines.
So you actually want to go see her in person?
Oh yeah.
Nice, man.
Well, I mean, I went to the Philippines because I have a cousin in the Philippines, and he invited me there, and we went out to the bars. And she was a waitress in the bar. I just took her out, and we became really, really good friends.
Hell yeah, man. That's what's up.
Right
What's her name?
Irene.
Nice. I like how they have like kind of American names in the Philippines. It's just,
Yeah, well, there's so much Spanish influence in the Philippines.
right. Yeah, I have a friend. Sadly he turned to, his name's Tommy, but he had a wife at one point named Rochelle from the Philippines. But yeah, man, got him unfortunately. And whatever. He was on or something like that. But you know how it is out here. That stuff. But okay. So I do want to ask because, like I said, I know you're a good dude and everything, and I know, like, I fully think your intentions are to help children out. Like, I think that you want them to have fathers in the home. But the only thing that's kind of, being a little thorn here is there's obviously a record of people sending you a telegram of, that age range. And I'm not saying that you didn't tell me that because you're into it or you're just hoarding it or you're just like, I don't think that's the case at all. Like I wouldn't bring it up that I know it happened if I thought that it was like, a pleasure thing to you. But I can't stress enough. It's more so I want to try to get the adults behind the camera on those. The adults producing this type of stuff. You following what I'm saying? So, look, I haven't seen a single message of you asking for or anything like that or typing in kid. If that was the case, I mean, it'd be a whole lot different, right? But obviously, you can't help. I mean, people can message you. You can't help who messages you. It's not like, you can't have preemptive filters or anything like that. So what I'm asking is like, I know some of these 10 to 12-year-olds have sent their way. I'm not sure what happened or what they were thinking with that. But I'm more curious, like these 10 to 12-year-olds that have sent to you, have they been mostly like girls or boys or both?
Well, I mean, like I said, I really don't even know if they're 12 years old. It is so hard to tell the age of a person anymore.
Dude, a 12-year-old can be...
Her 16, and when she dresses up, she looks like she's 30.
Dude, I 100%...
It's scary.
Dude, I'm with you on that, and the only thing you can tell is obviously if it's like a baby versus an adult. I mean, that's, But I get it, man. When they become 10 years old, even 9 years old, they start to develop. So it's not like right? All I know is what happened is somebody told you that they were 10 to 12 or whatever, and then somehow were sent your way. Okay, I'm not...
See, like I said, if I get a follow,
right,
and they're very adamant about talking to me,
right,
I'll see their page,
right.
And like I say, I look for the Telegram thing. I look for
right
things like that. But if they seem sincere, I'll just write a very innocent note. You're very pretty.
No, I understand that. Like, I don't think. It's not, if you're new to Telegram especially, it's not like you knew that was going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Telegram, I got so just disgusted with.
Right.
Yeah.
So the fact that you are disgusted with it shows me that, I can actually talk to you about this type of stuff so what I'm asking is like, with the stuff, was it mostly, and I'm not saying you looked for it, okay, I'm not going to accuse you of that, but was it mostly pictures or videos or both? That's what I'm asking. Both? Okay. So tell me what's going on in the videos.
Well, a lot of times now the girls that are on Instagram,
Sure.
what they'll do is they'll pose in provocative ways.
I'm talking about the videos on
Well,
Telegram.
I don't know because I don't follow their.
Okay, I'm not saying you look for it, but I know because, dude, the internet's not too secure, man. All right, I came here knowing that that's happened. That's why I came to talk to you about it because I do think you're a sincere person. Like I didn't just write you off and said, oh, these people are just sending him these videos and he likes it. Obviously, that's not the case. That's not what, I wouldn't be talking to you if I thought it was the case. But I know on Telegram. Well, let me ask you this: did you save those videos or did you delete them when they sent those to you? Okay, so right, so
I don't want that stuff.
why not?
I don't want it. I don't.
Right.
It's sent to me. There was this one thing. It was a package, and it was, and I thought it was something like, a gift thing or something like that.
Mhm.
They sent me like 500 pictures and videos, and they hoarded me.
Well, one of those mega links, wasn't it?
Mega, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And
I've been there before. I know
I
exactly.
went through hell getting rid of that shit,
Uh-huh.
but I did, and I wanted nothing to do with it.
Hey, dude, I'm with you. I was going to bring that up, but God, dude, I was talking to a chick. This is before I had my girlfriend. I was talking to a chick on WhatsApp. She's supposed to be from Canada. She was in. Typically, I don't go for that, but if you have cups, I can look past. I can look
Yeah,
past.
there's something about that. I'll tell you what.
Right. But I sent her, and I'm like, hey man, well, obviously not hey man, but you know what I'm saying. Hey, send me one back, and she sends me this link. She's like, oh, I'm like, all right, cool, dude. I on that, and I'm like, what in the did you, dude? Oh my! It wasn't 500.
What did you send me? Why would you send me that?
Dude, yeah, but it wasn't. Hers was like maybe 20, but yeah, I'm sure it was the same shit on there. You know what I'm saying?
That mega leg thing. Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And I just scrambled, and it was all over my phone.
Yeah.
And man, it took me about 2 weeks to get rid of that.
So it auto saved into your gallery.
It infiltrates you.
Yeah, it does. It does.
And they give you this mega download thing, and they put it in there. They make it go directly to this mega, but it actually goes to your phone.
Yeah. Oh, dude, trust me.
It goes to mega.
No, I
And
know.
not everything comes out of your phone.
Oh, dude. So they sent 500. Jesus Christ.
It was probably more than 500.
Right.
I mean, it's not like I was counting,
right.
but it was just so many.
So what were so some of these mega links we can track. Obviously, I don't know when it comes to your phone. All I know is that something came that was probably too. But some of the mega links, if we can get a description of them, we can kind of backtrack who they're coming from. Because I'm sure we're on the same team if we want to get who sent that shit, right? So what were the age ranges on that mega link? Like how low did it go? And
Anywhere from 6 to 12, 13, 14, even 16, 17, and adults.
yeah, of course. Anything of like babies or toddlers on there?
You know what? I really was spending more time trying to get rid of the crap than I was looking for it.
I feel you, but did you see anything that you had to get rid of that was like babies or toddlers?
There was some.
Were these like, because this is important, because look, I'm not saying that a 14-year-old should be messed with, but they have a little bit more, autonomy than you could say a baby. Like if at least a 14-year-old could run off, say no, whatever.
Well,
but,
that it's the parents that are these children to do this.
so what was happening in a video of a baby on there?
I don't know. I just seen some pictures of babies, and
Okay.
Because I'm going through these pictures and getting rid of them and deleting them. There were some of them actually able to delete, 200-300 at a time.
Sure.
But it scared the crap out of me.
Yeah. So,
I don't want that shit on my phone.
So was that mega link a combo of pictures and videos, or was it one or the other? Or
Well, it was that mega something.
well, yes.
No, it wasn't called mega. It was a package that you would buy. And they didn't say what the content was.
Okay. So you accidentally bought something that was crazy.
Yeah, and it ended up being this, and it ended up directing me to this mega link.
How much did they charge you for that link?
About $100.
Jeez, dude, you got scammed.
I did. I did, but I mainly just, and that was the second time that I got rid of Telegram.
How long ago did that dipshit send that shit to you?
Well, they were a lot of. I mean, there were so many people telling me go to Telegram, go to Telegram.
Yeah.
And but after that Megalink thing, that was it. I was done with Telegram. Nothing to do with them.
So was this guy? So that guy on Telegram? Do you happen to know how long ago this was? Because I can try to go find him. I would love to if you could help.
That was at least 2 or 3 months ago.
So where did he find you originally? Like, I mean, did y'all network on Telegram or were you on Instagram?
It was on Instagram. The girl had a link.
Oh, so it was a girl sending that. Oh,
it's mainly the girls.
Jesus
Christ. I probably don't have any guys on my as friends because they just don't. I get these. You have 104 people that want to follow you.
Yeah.
And I'm deleting them constantly on Instagram because I want nothing to do with that. It's all.
Yeah.
But I don't see any children on there. But I open it up. I see what it is. I delete it. I delete it every single day. There's probably about 30 or 40 of them a day.
Got it.
That's one thing I don't like about Instagram. And I even told them, I even wrote Instagram that I want this to stop. I don't want to see this anymore.
Right. Well, yeah, as if they're going to take away ad revenue for themselves.
So well, what they say is, okay, you'll see less of this.
Right.
But that'll only last for about a week.
Right. Then you accidentally on the wrong thing again, and then suddenly, that's how it goes. So I do want to ask about that mega link, though. So, what was the video that they showed on that mega link?
I wasn't watching them.
Hey, listen. I know that you know the video of 9/11, right, with the planes.
But I'm sure I'm sure there was kids 5, 6 years old.
Okay, what was happening in those videos?
Well, most of them, to tell you the truth, most of them it was girls alone.
Okay.
Playing with toys and themselves and things like that.
So, were there any with girls and adults?
Yes, there were.
What were the adults doing to them?
Well, the adults were mainly older gentlemen, and I could tell you, I didn't look through all of them.
Yeah, I
seen what I was selecting to delete.
Right.
But as far as that goes,
so how many times have people sent you like a mega link?
Well, that was just that one time.
Okay.
I mean, there were other people in there that had mega links.
Sure.
But I didn't. It wasn't called a mega link. It was, I can't remember the name of it.
It was some link that had shit on there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Well,
I'll take it.
But it didn't say what the content was. It would just say, this something load.
What did he try to advertise it as?
I tried to advertise it as maybe vacations and adult sites. And they don't say what type of site it is.
It's just it's like a mystery box. Just pay and see what's in there, pretty much. I got you. Yeah. So to jump back to what did y'all talk about doing today?
Sorry.
To jump back, what did y'all talk about doing today with each other? I
was just wanting to talk to her.
I get it. What was talked about in the messages? Like, what did she try to? What was she wanting to do?
I got an idea that she might want to have.
Okay.
But I was like.
So did y'all like?
I told her, you know what? Let's just meet.
Okay.
Let me talk to you. Okay. And because on previous emails, I said, look, you don't want nothing to do with this, because she was real curious about Telegram, and I was like, you don't want nothing to do with this.
Right. So, do you? I mean, I know you look for. Do you talk to like adult females online?
when I'm talking to adults, yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, man.
of
You can
course I do.
go through my messages too. When do you usually get like? Are you like a morning guy? Are you at night or just any time or?
Well, it's just that I have this standing rule now that hey, I got to see you in video before I pursue any type of relationship.
Right. But I'm asking like when do you usually get like do you have like certain hours where you're just gets like when do you usually what?
I really don't much at all because like I said, I'm very adamant about this video chat. I got a video chat with you before.
Well, no, I know. Do you watch at all?
I do.
Okay. Well, when do you usually watch?
Usually at night.
Okay. So is it kind of when you kind of get in the mood and shit like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You can go through my search history. You'll see.
Not every night, but yeah.
When's the last time you watched?
Night before last.
Okay. Yeah, I feel you. How often do you off?
Not very often. Probably about once every 2 weeks.
That's some discipline right there, man. I've been a month strong at this point without it.
I haven't had it in 2 years.
Okay.
I mean, a year. I'm going back to Philippines in June. I'm trying to.
Got it. Did you at all like? And I get it, dude. I'm a guy. I mean, you can, like I said, you can go through all my apps and you'll just see the most up, like dirty shit. Did you ever say anything as well, like asking her to have sex or anything like that?
I kind of went off of what she says.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, but I tried not to. Right?
Do you think you got a little bit?
I mean, if I said anything, I would delete it right away because I'm like, where did I go with that?
Oh shit. Do you think at any point you got like a little bit carried away with anything at all? Or?
I probably did.
Okay.
What the hell am I talking? She's 13 years old.
Right. So,
So that's a transcript.
it's some of them, but
Oh, I see my name.
yeah. Like I said, yeah, of course. So this message here, as I gently play with my, that is so rock hard now, I'll gently glide into your canal. So you are really ready to visit me. So, well, just reason with me. I mean, you wouldn't look at messages between me and my girlfriend and see me all talking, then I'd be like, well, I wasn't gonna do it. I mean, come on. What I'm curious about, because obviously I know that y'all are here to kind of do some stuff. I know you're not gonna in the park or anything. But realistically, I mean, you told me you haven't had sex in 2 years, so I mean, I get it. Like if you had sex last night, I don't think you'd be here right now. I'll give you credit for that. But I don't think it was because she was 13 either that you wanted this. I think, if she was like 5, I wouldn't really give you any excuses with this. But I get it. She's a teenager. Like you said, you can't really tell if they're 13 or 20.
It's actually trying to see what her reaction to that was.
Okay. Well, just. Well, let me ask you this: what were you hoping to kind of do with her today?
Today, I was just wanting to talk to her.
Okay.
Simply talk to her.
At any point, were you like hoping maybe if y'all could have like a relationship? Just be honest. I'm not judging you.
I didn't think that was going to even happen. I mean, she's 13 years old.
What if she was the one initiating it? Like, what if she was the one who wanted that rather than you? Just be honest.
I don't know. I wouldn't have went through with it.
Okay.
I couldn't have.
So here's why. Here's why I know for a fact that we wanted to have sex today. What I'm more concerned about is like whether it was gonna be forced onto her, whether it was gonna be up to her to do. But last night, the messages from you to her were, I'll just say they look pretty identical to mine when I'm really wanting it. And, off the dating apps, I'm like, no, we can meet right now. Dude, that text at 9 p.m. last night, where that's when you told me you usually you didn't watch any last night. So I know you're trying to get it some other way. Trust me, I've been there before. That text last night told me that, we wanted to have sex with her. I mean, that's pretty objective. So I'm not here to go back and forth. I have the messages here. Obviously, I'm a guy too. I have been working. I've been that 9 p.m. guy who's down the street ready to get it. Trust me. But was any with her things going to be forced or consensual? That's what I'm concerned about.
Nothing forced. I mean, if you have the transcripts in there, you'll see that I told her, like, this is all up to you. You make all the decisions.
I saw that, so I wanted to know if that was serious or if you were just going to.
Absolutely serious.
Okay,
I
so
would never force myself upon anyone.
Okay, so you'd only have with her if she's the one initiating, she's the one wanting it. Just be honest, because
honestly, seriously, I wouldn't have gone to
stop. Hey, man, 9 p.m. last night, you were down the street, like kind of like urging her to meet up and just kind of.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean that we would have had.
Come on, man.
I wanted
John,
hold her and have a conversation with her.
John, there is no reason to meet up with a chick at 9 p.m. at night.
Oh, no, I had no idea. I had no reason. I knew this. She told me that her grandmother was going to leave tomorrow.
Right, but John, last night at around 9 p.m., you were telling her, hey, just come walk down the street. Let me come pick you up. We have those messages, okay?
No, I understand it.
Right.
So I was talking about today.
Okay.
Not last night.
So last night, just honestly, because look, if there's honesty, I don't really care. It's something that can be fixed. But if there's dishonesty when there's something so obvious, like if you're telling me the sky's purple when it's clearly blue, and if you're telling me that's just a jet thing and not a chemtrail, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So last night, just what were you hoping for? Or what were you kind of
I wasn't expecting to see her last night.
Okay. But if she wanted to meet up and have last night, would you have potentially done it?
If she wanted to meet up, I would have met up with her.
Okay.
But I would not have had.
John, that's bullshit. John, we've been John.
Not gonna have with a 13-year-old.
John, we've been doing so well so far with you telling the truth about some of this stuff, but you're not perfect. I'm not perfect either. Okay. It's not real. I don't really care about the fact that you want to have with her. It's more so, let's just address the mistake that was made, right? Okay, because I don't think you're ever going to do this again. I think this is the last time we're even going to talk about this stuff, right? But just be honest, all right? Like I'm more concerned. Like, what kind of we wanted to have, where it was going to happen, if it was going to be up to her. That's what I want to know. I'm not going to, John. I'm not going to go back and forth on whether like we wanted to have or not. I mean, come on, man.
All right.
Just be honest.
But there was no intention of seeing her last night. That is the honest God truth.
Okay. So
I knew that she said that her grandmother was going to leave today.
Okay.
So 9 o'clock to me was 9 o'clock in the morning today.
No, but you were texting her last night to just come walk out.
I texted her last night, but I wasn't asking her to see her last night.
Did you say you were down the street?
I said, well, that's when she told me the address of her grandmother. I said, oh, well, yeah, it's those apartments right there. I'm just right down the street.
So you didn't say I could come right now?
No, not at that night. I meant that I can be there in a few minutes and the next day.
Okay.
Exactly what I meant.
Okay. So she asked you, hey, what are we going to do today? And you said, I'll talk about it with you in the truck. I mean, dude, I've been there before, man. So realistically, how far would you have let her take it today? Because it wouldn't have just been a conversation. I'm a guy. I've met up with chicks off the internet. I know how this works. Okay. I've said stuff like this before. All right. I'm not going to read all of these, but then I'll kiss my way up to your lips, kissing and your on the way up, your blushes lips, look at you in the eyes as I. Would you like me doing that to you, your tongue you and bring you to an orgasm licking your clit? I mean, now it's just about being honest about the stupidity and addressing it, right? I don't think you're sick. I think we made a mistake. That's all. So realistically, were you hoping to do it in the car, or at your house, or where? And would she have gone home today?
Actually, she wouldn't have gone any further than the car because I would have either brought her home or I would have let her back out in the truck.
Okay. So that kind of concerns me because that's just so blatantly untrue.
Because I really didn't have any intentions.
John, John, I'm not okay. John. I
said those things to get her, to get a reaction from her.
John, don't be one of those people. Don't be one of those people that tells me the sky's purple when it's blue. Don't be one of those people. Just, would it have gone full on, or would it have just been kissing and hugging? Come on, man.
Oh, yeah, I would have hugged her.
Okay, what about kissing?
I don't know. I can't foretell the future.
Okay. So what if she's the one who, like, because that's what I'm trying to distinguish. Like, if she's the one who initiated it, would it happen then, or would it just happen no matter what?
If she would have initiated, Jesse, I may have kissed her.
Okay. And what about not, but just maybe?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to read through all of these messages, and it's going to look progressively worse for you to just lie to me about that. All right?
Like I said, I did say those things.
Right. I understand that.
But honestly, I mean, I would not have gone through with it.
John, I promise you, I'm not going to just suddenly turn on to you that, you know, when you tell me the truth, I'm not going to suddenly just take a crap on you for it. Okay. If anything, it's going to make your reputation with me grow to just tell the truth. But, you know, just like you were very honest about, you know, these idiots on Telegram sending these stupid links. All right. Clearly, I know it's not you wanting those links. It just kind of happens sometimes. But when we're talking about this, you know, because if I don't know the truth with basic shit that was said in the messages, I don't know how far it could have gone. I don't know how far she could have gone from here. So that's what I'm concerned about. Would it have just stopped at stuff, or would it have gone past that in any way?
I can't. I truly, and I'm being true for you, I cannot say had it gone any further.
Okay, what's the farthest you think it could have possibly gone? So we know kissing and hugging is bullshit.
I know we may have kissed, we may have hugged, but
okay,
I don't believe I could have done anything after that.
Have you done anything with an underage kid before?
No. I raised 9 children. I never touched a single one inappropriately.
Okay, so why have you ever talked like you did with before to them? Have you ever tried to get their reaction by talking to them?
To my children?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Never.
So you see how this is a little bit different then?
I do. But like I said, I did say the things. I'll admit that.
Okay.
But saying something and actually
No, I mean,
Doing-
with politicians, yes, but with you, no. I mean, you're an honest guy. You kind of say what's on your mind. I know what type of person
Yeah.
you are. So, yeah, you can tell me that, you know, Biden's going to just save America. Then he obviously doesn't, right? Tell me that shit, but I expect that from him. But from you, I know this was going to happen today. You know, I'm just more curious of whether she had to initiate it or if you were going to initiate it.
she seemed to be the one who wanted it.
Okay.
And she did initiate it.
Right.
Like I said, it was just been 1 or 2 words,
Yeah.
and I'd say hi and a sentence or two, and that was it.
Well, I agree with you that she initiated it. But let me ask you this. Do you think you not having in 2 years played a part in some of these messages?
I think it had something to do with it.
Okay. So, look, I don't think you would have initiated shit with her. You didn't in the messages, obviously. Obviously, she's the one who's pushing it onto you. But did you just think of this time as someone were like, God, it's just been so long. I'm just going to take a risk here or anything like that? Honestly.
I wouldn't have done it.
That's just okay. All right. You know what? That's fine. I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. We're just so blatantly just calling the sky purple, man. That's
I understand
crazy to
what
me.
you're saying. But I mean, I cannot tell you had it gone anywhere, because we may have gotten to a point of wanting to initiate more, and I know myself, I wouldn't have. I just don't believe I could have done it.
I disagree with that.
I have no history of doing such a thing at all in my life.
Okay, but I'm going to tell you this right now. So that person who told you that mega link on Telegram, he told you what it was. He told you that it was going to be on there.
I had no idea what was in that mega
He
link.
told you what it was going to be on there. You know what you were buying. Okay. So that guy, does a boy hitting you up the other day ring a bell? A 13-year-old from.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a conversation with him.
Would I have any pictures you would have sent him?
I did send him a picture
Of what?
of me,
Yeah. Of what?
of me standing in front of a mirror.
Okay. Was there a showing in that picture?
Yes, it was.
Okay. So I don't think you need trouble, dude. I think you need help. Obviously, I think you did a great job raising 9 kids, but clearly there's a pattern of underage activity in you online. It's not first time's an accident, the second, third time, fourth time, fifth time. It's a problem. Okay. I wouldn't be standing in front of you if I thought you didn't want to fix that problem. So
Well, they both hit me at the same time. I'm like,
that's irrelevant. When did you first get these feelings in your head about kind of curiosity towards younger ages? Because it wasn't a year or two ago. I mean, I think it's I'd go out on a limb and say it's been since you were 15 or 16 years old. I'm saying, when did the curiosity about your ages start for you?
maybe 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
I separated from my wife.
Did anything happen to you when you were a kid?
No.
No? Okay. So 5 or 6 years ago, what started happening 5 or 6 years ago?
I was just lonely.
Okay.
I mean, I was living with my wife. We were together for 22 years.
Mm-hmm.
12 years out of that 22 years, she slept on one side, I slept on another.
Yeah.
And we never had. And I was just there as the breadwinner, bringing up the children, because I brought up the children.
Right.
And I think I did a damn good job. I'm proud of how I brought up.
I am too. That's I did whatever background I could on you. I think you did a great job.
My daughter's an honor student in high school.
Yeah.
For 2 years straight now.
Right.
And I don't, I've asked myself many a times, like, what the f*** are you doing? What the f*** are you thinking of? And I can't tell you the truth. I can't answer that question. I don't know why I don't know why they even come to my head.
What
I
do
don't
you
like it either.
Right. Well, I think looking at child online, I don't think that helps. I don't think looking at child helps.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, just reason with me. I know you watch adult mostly. I mean, I've seen your search history. It's not too hard to find. But just to say that we didn't view a lot of those videos on that link, I mean, obviously curiosity can get the best of people.
Yeah, sure, I did.
It does, yeah. So when's the first time you think you did child? I'm not trying to hear it never happened, because who are we fooling here?
I can't tell you.
How long ago do you think it was? Okay. What were the ages that you to?
13, 14.
So that those age, and I'm not judging you. I promise you, I'm not judging you. But those ages got a little bit.
Yeah. Whatever. When I got that mega link, I was like, what the hell did I was really shocked.
Yeah, that's crazy, young. Yeah.
And I did everything. I raced to get that shit off.
So the 13, 14-year-olds, was that separate from the mega link?
That was when
It was on the mega link. Okay.
that shit.
What was happening in the videos of the 13, 14-year-olds?
Some were having with their parents. Some were having with children their age.
Mm-hmm.
Some were, but mainly the majority of them were girls that were.
Okay. So you see a video online of an older man having sex with somebody who's 13, and now we're here right now as an older man who's about to have sex with a 13-year-old. I think that mega link poisoned your head a little bit, or made shit worse.
It didn't help.
Yeah. So realistically, I mean, have you started to have fantasies about having sex with people, with teenagers like this, 13, 14-year-olds?
I can't say I have fantasies. I surf the internet, and it's just, you don't even have to look for it anymore.
I know.
And it's there. You see it.
Well, let me ask you this. Were you excited about the thought of this happening?
I was excited about meeting her. I truly was more excited about meeting her.
What was exciting about her to you?
Because she was so beautiful and she's just so innocent and I just wanted a hug. I mean, that's what I told her first. That's how it even started.
Let me tell you this, man. My girlfriend's my age, and I will tell her to her face, I give no... I mean, she has a great personality, and I love her for it, but I will tell you right now that I'm not meeting her because she's an interesting person. I mean, she's a... there's tons of people like her. I mean, whatever. I mean, she's very sweet to me, but it's not like I'm going to get some insight from her that I can't get from anybody else. You know what I'm saying? It's more so I think she's really hot, and along with I do love her personality. That's what made me fall in love with her. But first things first, I think she's hot. And, so I treat that accordingly. You know what I'm saying? So you're not here because you're interested in the insight and the wisdom and the knowledge of a 13-year-old girl. I mean, dude, you're an engineer. You're smart as shit. Okay. There's no 13-year-old girl that's going to say, wow, man, I have a new outlook on life because I learned from a 10th grader. You know what I mean? So I do think you think she's beautiful, and I think you wanted to have sex with her because she was beautiful. I don't think you wanted to hurt her, but I think you wanted to have sex with her. So there's a difference between the two. I'll tell you that. So
sure, but maybe those things did go through my mind.
What went through your mind?
But I said in there.
So giving her.
Yeah.
Okay.
But ever since she started communicating with me, because it was just purely innocent. I mean, we just say hi to each other. But then all of a sudden, boom, one day she started talking.
Well,
I thought that was weird.
Well, it looked to me. I mean, that's how it was with my girlfriend.
Well, I didn't think it was her.
Did she video call you?
Yes, we did do a video call.
Well,
after that, I knew.
So
but that doesn't tell me it's her. I mean, yeah, but I've had girls do recordings of video calls.
Okay, but was she responding to what you were saying on the video call? Okay.
So, I mean, I knew she was her.
Right, okay.
I knew it was her.
Okay.
But I mean, to know how old she was, she said she was 13, but I can't tell you for sure that she was.
Okay. So I would kind of, pick up what you're putting down. If I was at your house right now, you did not show up you did not show up at the park. But saying I wouldn't go through with it. I mean, that my question is answered when that car shows up and you're here right now. So again, I'm going to ask you. I know this has been a fantasy for too long now. I'm sorry your wife did that to you. And look, you're a guy who doesn't have a lot of, and that happens to a lot of people. I mean, shit. Like I said, I've been there before. I promise you. Do you think that there's a chance if she wanted to have, you would have sex with her?
I got the idea that she was a 13-year-old. She was very curious. She seemed to be very curious.
Right.
And she wanted to have.
Right. I agree. And I don't think you wanted to have sex with her fully because you're just trying to, go. I think you also wanted to kind of show her the right way to do things. Would I be wrong about that?
Could be, yeah.
Or I'm sorry, would I be right about that?
Yes.
Okay. So
had I gone through with it.
Okay. So what are the chances do you think that y'all could have had sex today?
I didn't think we were going to have sex today.
Well,
No. I really did not believe we were going to have sex today.
Okay. Well, if she's the one who initiated it, what are the chances that you think this could have happened? It ain't zero.
I can't be honest with you, Devin.
Okay, well, let me ask you, do you think it was a possibility? Not fully for sure, not fully not for sure, but a possibility?
Fully not for sure. Because I can't tell you, I can't foretell the future.
I understand, but do you think that could have been a potential option today? Like, do you think it could have happened? You're an engineer.
She could have wanted it, yes.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that I would have went through with it.
Okay, do you think there's a chance you could have gone through with it?
Just don't believe I could have.
Okay. Well, I think when you off a child that's the same age as her and say all these messages and buy that child, I think there's a great chance you would have gone through with it. And I think at this point, like I think lying to the person who actually wants to get you help for this and get you in the right direction, I think that's not the best idea to do. So, yeah. So obviously coming here, because I know how a guy thinks. I mean, if I was a female, you could bullshit me all day and I would be, oh, okay, well, that's good. I'm a guy, bro. I've met girls off the internet. I know driving here in that truck, you were excited to go have. Okay. So I've done. Yes. I mean, who are you tell a guy no? I mean,
I was excited to see her. Yes.
Yeah. And I think last night you were excited to have sex with her. Today you were excited to have sex with her. Absolutely.
Last night I knew we wouldn't have had sex.
Okay.
I knew that I understood that she said today.
Were you thinking about having sex with her last night, like today?
I was thinking about what may have gone on today.
Okay. Well, what are some of the things that could have gone on that you were thinking about?
Well, I mean, we talked about cuddling. We talked about holding each other. And you know, I asked her if she had a father. And, you know, and I just can't be positive that it would have happened.
Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 it's for sure happening. 1, there's no chance. What do you think? Possible?
4.
A 4. Okay. So if everything went completely perfect, y'all could have had sex, or if it didn't go too well, you wouldn't have had sex. Is that kind of accurate?
Maybe. I mean, it could have gotten to the point where, oh my gosh, it's going to happen.
Right.
And I really believe I would have backed down.
Do you think there's a small chance you would have gone through with it?
I've thought about it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I really kept telling myself, John, what the f are you doing?
Did you tell yourself what the f are you doing on the way here? Or?
I just looking for
So it sounds like a decision was made at that. It sounds like the decision was made at that point, man, to go do it.
The decision was to be able to see each other.
Okay.
And I was excited to see her.
I know, but you're not excited to go have a conversation with a 13-year-old girl about life. I mean, that's.
I mean, if it would have gone to the point of just having a conversation, that's all that would have happened.
Okay, so
I would never have made any advance to her, though.
right. So, what scenario would a event have gone down? Like, what would have had to happen for something to go down?
I don't know. She would have had to have just stripped in front of me and started advancing on me.
Okay.
But I still, to tell you the truth, I couldn't be honest if I would have went through with her.
Okay, so you think the only chance of you going through with it is if she initiates and really gets on to you?
Absolutely.
Okay. So is it fair to say a small chance something could have gone down today? Just honestly.
Seriously, I can't tell you positively.
Okay, so is it a maybe?
A little less than a maybe.
Okay, so a distinct chance.
Okay, maybe, yeah.
Okay. Do you think after reading these messages and knowing that you have a child that I would think maybe would go, it's going to happen or it's not going to happen?
Well, I mean, you have evidence there saying that, that I was thinking about it. I mean, that's clear and concise.
Did you to her at all?
No.
Okay. You some fried pickles, man. Starving. But so that boy, did y'all talk about meeting up at all?
He was saying he was wanting a kiss. I said, well, okay. Boy and Vernon, mainly, I just wanted to meet him. I'm not.
Why'd you send him your?
I just showed him a picture of me. I'm a nudist. In my house, I am all the time.
Did you raise? Were the kids also in that? And I knew it doesn't equal that. I get that, but were the kids also in the house? Like I'm saying, like when you raise your kids, it was like thing.
I mean, my daughter and I, because I've been a nudist my whole life.
Yeah.
I brought up, and we would go to the nudist parks.
Okay. How old was you all started going to parks?
Up till she was about 10. And we moved from Ontario to here, and I just never pursued it.
Okay. Has he ever tried to come on to you, like Ariel?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm letting you know that he's going to be talked to at some point about that. Obviously, I know not everybody tells the truth about things. Like, I know only a sociopath would tell the whole truth about everything and take pride in it, which I know you don't do. But he's going to be talked to, all right? And she's going to be isolated. There's going to be a person talking to her one-on-one with all the info that I have, with everything. And she's going to be asked if anything happened between y'all. Okay, I don't
have a problem with that. I mean, I spoke the truth. I mean, we're not. It's not like we prance around in front of each other.
I get that.
It's just that, like, if she's getting dressed, it doesn't bother her.
Right.
But we don't.
So right. So there was a scan of your phone done. I know you did delete some of that mega link shit, but is there any reason y'all taking photos together, you and her?
Oh, no. I never have.
Okay. Did she ever take a on your phone of herself?
No.
No.
He is a separate part of my life.
Okay.
An absolute separate part of my life.
Okay. So again, like she is going to be talked to. I hope you know. And you know, if anything has gone down, whether she's taken it on your own phone or whatever, I would like to know now, because you know I really don't want anyone to go talk to her. Like why bring this shit up to her? She's a kid. But if I hear it from you, I'm willing to work through it, and I think that's a huge step for accountability. But if I hear it from her, then any ally or any rope that I threw you is going to go away. So I'm going to ask you right now: ever try to come on to you?
No.
Okay. Would there be any of her on your phone at all?
No.
Okay. Anything on like security cameras in the house? Like that?
No. My security cameras are all outside.
Okay.
I never put a camera on the inside of the house.
So if anything is different, if anything different is found out about that, like I'm going to do everything in my power to. Okay.
You won't find anything. I swear.
All right.
I have never been inappropriate with my daughter.
Okay. Fair enough. Do you have an Android or iPhone? You have an Android?
It's a Microsoft with the Android.
Okay, yeah, I got you. I see. Well, since you have been mostly honest with me, I think there is P on your phone that we do need to get rid of on there. I don't think it's fully wiped.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't think the child is fully wiped from your phone. I want to get rid of it.
It's gone.
Okay. How many do you think are on there that you have to get rid of?
Well, when they sent me that magazine, like I said, it took 2 weeks to clean that shit out.
Uh-huh. When was the last time you dropped a child?
Months ago.
A couple months ago? Weeks ago?
I don't much.
I get you. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you said once every 2 weeks. Okay. So is there any like photos of like a 13 or 14-year-old on the phone that we can get rid of? Because I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do that with you, getting rid of some photos or videos that might be on there from that mega link.
I don't believe there is.
Okay. Is there anybody under 18 on the phone that we can get rid of together? I'm willing to help you with that and to actually wipe it from your phone permanently.
There shouldn't be.
Or shouldn't be?
Because like I said, I constantly go through my phone because some of them things ended up in my phone in weird places.
Like where?
Well, for example, my phone's used.
Right.
And I found some videos or pictures of people that had my phone in previous.
Mm-hmm.
And I found it in a hidden folder. And
What were some of the stuff on the hidden folder?
it was adults, and there was nothing.
Did any of the child sneak into the hidden folder at all?
No, I didn't see any of that.
Okay. So when it saved to your phone, where did it save to?
I'm sorry.
Where did the child save to on your phone?
Well, usually in my photos directory, I had a hidden folder.
Okay.
And, but I cleared that hidden folder out.
Okay. So some of it got into the hidden folder then. Okay. John, I would be willing to bet the whole town of Frederick, Oklahoma, aka $20, that I think there is some stuff in your hidden folder.
Okay.
So
I'm not saying you're wrong. There might be.
Right.
Because there's 2 hidden folders.
Okay. Is there a passcode to those hidden folders?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So is your passcode like child related in any type of way? Okay. How many digits is it?
4 digits.
Okay. Is there any 13s or 69s in that passcode?
No.
Okay. So any child related passcode at all? Okay. So what does your passcode represent then?
Well, it's not on my fingerprint.
It's not by your fingerprint? Okay. Well, you just told me it was a 4-digit passcode.
Yeah, you have an option.
Okay. So what does a 4-digit passcode represent?
There's a hidden folder. You can either put the 4-digit number in there or you can put your
Right. So what's the 4-digit number? What does it represent?
It represents an address I used to live in when I was a child.
Okay. So anything child related about that at all? You as a kid. Okay. What? So for my peace of mind, then, because I'm telling you, dude, some of these they legitimately make everything about child, even to their passcodes up. So for my peace of mind, what is that passcode? I'm not going to take your phone. I have no authority to. But like, what's the passcode to the hidden folder?
You want me to tell you my password?
If you give me a peace of mind, that's not child porn related. Absolutely. Okay. What about?
I used to live in Simi Valley.
Okay. Okay. Is that what about your phone passcode to the Android? Okay. So
it's fingerprint and depends on what it asks for.
I got you. So how many? And again, like I'll chalk this up to getting carried away. How many photos or videos do you think were in your hidden folder of child at the highest point?
When they did that Mega Link.
Okay.
And like I said, it took me a long time to get rid of that stuff.
Okay. How many do you think would be in there right now if they were to be checked? Yeah.
I mean, there are some photos in there, but there's not.
Okay. So you don't think there's one image or video of child physically on your phone right now?
I'll check again, but like I said, I'm always checking, and I always come up with something here and there.
Okay.
In folders, because it's weird because you have 3 different types of clouds. You have Google photos.
Right.
You have photos on your drive, and it gets confusing sometimes.
So do you think your phone was going to be hooked up to a machine and it was going to look everywhere for a single photo or image or file of child? Do you think they would find one on your phone?
I think if it was hooked up to something, they may find something that I didn't see.
Okay. I see. All
But
right.
I mean, like I said, I go through it all the time and remove stuff.
Have you ever done a factory wipe of your phone before? Factory reset?
Oh, reset? No. But I probably should.
Maybe that would be the case. But I see. Well, what was that boy's name in I was talking to you? Is this your only Instagram account, or did you have another one previously?
Instagram?
Yeah. This was the only one you've had? Okay. Why don't you use your profile? Why don't you actually have a profile photo on there?
Why do I have a what?
No profile photo. Why?
I didn't really want people to be looking for me.
Yeah, I got you. I see.
I tried to put my profile picture on it, but I never figured it out.
You know how to send photos, though. Figure that part out. Did you send any photos of your at all, or no? I see. God, I got a shit, dude. I don't know what I had like yesterday. I forgot. Oh, I know what I had. Oh, God. What's the best place to eat here in Frederick?
Probably Pizza Hut.
Oh.
Don't go to the Sonic.
No?
I don't like their hamburgers. There's a Mexican restaurant down the street. Then there's a good Mexican restaurant. So almost authentic Mexican.
Okay.
There's nothing around here authentic.
Yeah, of course.
And then there's one on the other side of town that mainly for the farmers because they don't sell spicy food.
Yeah. Dude, I'm sure being in California, moving here is such a downgrade of Mexican food, huh?
Yeah. Now there's some good places in Altus.
Oh, is there? Okay.
But I mean, at first it started out I just wanted to take her to lunch.
Yeah.
I mean, that's beeline where it was going to be, and that's really all I wanted it to be. But then all of a sudden, one day, she just like started talking.
I see. Where's she from originally? I know she doesn't live in Frederick.
She told me she lived in a town close to here, and she did tell me the name.
Oh, fun.
I seriously can't remember that.
I got you.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah, I honestly forgot it myself. Well, John, I think do any adults in your life know about kind of the curiosity we have about kids? And, I see. Anything in the Philippines at all with those kids or any?
That's kind of another one of my family, and the kids are great. And I would.
Okay. God, I really got to take a dump, dude. God damn. I didn't even have a shit this morning, but now I got a shit. God damn. I didn't even eat anything today. I don't know what's going on. Oh, you heard that? Oh, no, you didn't hear it. Okay, well, you're going to smell it in a second. You're going to smell it in a second. Well, I think the wind's blowing that way. Never mind, you won't. But oh, God, I let out an air shit.
I really can't hear you.
I farted.
Oh, you farted. There you go. The wind's going that way. I ain't gonna smell it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, damn. So how'd you? Oh, I guess. So how'd you meet the chick in Honduras?
Like I said, I have a cousin that lives in Honduras. He's kind of a millionaire guy. He was in.
Is he white or Mexican? Mexican.
My cousin is white.
Oh,
Okay, Caucasian.
I see.
And so he's the one that helped me get my. He's an attorney general through the VA, and he helped me get my disability.
Okay. So are you former military?
Yeah, I was in the
Thanks for your service, man. Did you go overseas at all? You go overseas? Well, did you go overseas at all?
Oh yeah, all the time. I was in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that sucked. It was during a hernia operation, but it's a dangerous place. And
the locals there?
I
Or
was
just
in the Iran Contra.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and I was on a destroyer, and a lot to do with my condition. I mean, that's mainly what my is about, is my condition.
How old are you now?
I am 64.
Wow. Okay.
But it's been maybe 3 years that I've had my
Yeah.
because for years and years I've been trying to understand what the is wrong with me.
So what condition do you think you have?
I'm highly anxious. If I don't take my, I was taking, I'm taking out now, and I take it twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening, to sleep, because if I don't, I won't be able to sleep.
Right.
So I take that and melatonin to sleep. I just can't get things out of my mind.
I see. Well,
I think a lot of my issue with the industry is I distract myself from things that I've gone through.
right.
I mean, it's not an excuse.
No.
I know that, but I seriously really believe I use it.
Just to get away from things.
Yeah. I did some things in the military that just bad.
Right. Have you ever? I see. So were you in combat at all?
Yeah. Well, they didn't call it a war action, but I was on the Clive B. Ricketts going up and down the Persian Gulf for 72 days during the hostage. The hostage in the embassy.
So that was during Reagan's term?
I can't tell you what term it was in.
Well, hold on, you're 64, so you'd be born.
It was in 1979.
Oh, so you were only 19 at the time. You were only 19 or 18.
Yeah, I was 18.
Damn, okay. Well.
So we went from there, and then we went to Afghanistan.
Oh, so the U.S. military. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, 'cause they were fighting the Russians and shit, right? So. Dang, that's quite the. So were your parents military or?
No, my father wasn't capable. And my mother was she took care of 5 boys.
What did your dad do for work?
Truck driver. I became an engineer because I didn't want to make money sitting on my ass.
Right. There you go. So did you go to college at all?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
I did 2 years at First State University.
Got it. What's this little triangle thing you're doing? Part of the Illuminati or?
The what?
The little triangle thing you're doing? No, with your hands, like the.
Oh, that's mine.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay.
I'm not.
I see you. I see.
And my kicks up, and I have involuntary muscle movement. I have issues, and as you're noticing, I'm starting to have issues talking.
Right. Okay. So how much do you get a month from the taxpayer? I mean, the VA.
I'm not allowed to tell you for VA, but I get my unemployment, or not unemployment, Social Security.
How much is that?
Social Security's about right now about $1,800.
Okay, it's not bad.
I mean, I bought an old. When I separated from my wife, her and I purchased this old home together down here, and it was my getaway. Trust me, it wasn't livable.
Yeah. What moved you here to Frederick? What moved you here?
Destitute. I lived in Ontario, owned a home. It was worth. I sold it for $468,000.
Damn. Okay.
But the taxes on it just became so bad.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get away. I moved the kids out to my brother's house in Waco, Texas, while I completed working on the house to get it sellable. And then when I moved over there, we started looking for a home. I made all of $13,000 profit, even though I made $100,000 on the house. I need to stand up. I'm sorry.
You got it. Dang, you're pretty short.
I am.
You look taller in the photo you sent. Yeah. Thought you were going to be about like maybe 6 foot. But
I have severe arthritis, deteriorating bone disease.
got it.
That's part of my military.
Got it. Well, you're not going to talk to a 13-year-old again, are you?
Hell no.
You're not going to send one a pic again?
It's not gonna happen again.
Okay. Not going to look at child again?
No.
Okay. And you said it was like 500 images that you bought from that idiot?
Oh my God. There's, I'm guessing at that. There were probably more.
Oh, okay. Oh, what the hell?
I am in trouble.
Oh, I didn't even see them there. They just appeared. I don't know. How's it going? But basically, he was talking to, he thought it was a 13-year-old girl and bought some child a couple months ago. But as y'all just heard right here.
Okay. This is Officer Gayton. I'm the Assistant Chief of Police.
How's it going?
Good. And yourself?
Good.
You have an ID?
I mean, it's in the car, but I can just give her my info.
Okay, that's fine.
It's Alex Aliex. Last name is Rosen, R-O-S-E-N.
No.
March 15th,
The
2000.
only thing I'm concerned right now about is that this information as well. Are you with this?
Yeah, I can talk to
y'all
you.
will do me a favor. Y'all go over there by that.
Yeah,
train
no
or
problem.
swing
No
set.
problem. Press do a little Twitter outro. I'm probably gonna. All right, what's up, guys? We're filming. What's up, guys? It's our first bust of the trip. This is John in Frederick, Oklahoma. He has talked to a lot of kids online, and I think he's some. He did not admit to that, but he admitted to potentially wanting to have with a 13-year-old girl today, and to buying over 500 files of child here in the past couple months, and he spent $100 on. And he said he's been attracted to kids for years, and he's definitely a monster. He takes pride in quote unquote raising kids. So yeah, let's hope he gets in trouble here in Oklahoma. We love Oklahoma. It's one of the best states to do this in. So yeah.
Hey, man, so tell me what's going on here. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, no problem. We have a group called where we travel the country catching online child. We're based out of Houston, Texas, but we have arrests in 48 states. Convictions in 41, including here in Oklahoma. We go to Oklahoma pretty often. and most recently in Colbert just a couple days ago near Dallas, and the guy got arrested for doing the same shit. And yeah, so basically we posed as minors online, which he was doing, and from across the country message us, and we usually just tell them we're in a place close to them. And so he was under the impression that we're visiting an aunt here in Frederick, and he arranged to meet up for purposes. He sent lots of messages, and to another decoy of ours that said he was in Vernon, he sent a picture to that guy. And yeah, so he showed up to meet today at the park.
So tell me, can you show me some of the messages?
Oh, for sure,
today?
Absolutely. We have it all digitally, but these are kind of out of order now. But this is him messaging us first, John.
How's it start out? What I'm looking for is I'm trying to see where he knows that he's going to meet a 13-year-old.
Oh, yeah. So we tell him on the second page that we said, oh, I'm 13. Do you mind talking to me? I'm 64. What is a 13-year-old girl looking for on this site? And then, you know, skip a bunch.
What side is this?
This is Instagram and Telegram he messaged us on. Wherever you would like, I could pick you up anywhere you want. I would love to snuggle with you to let you know how secure and loving I am. And there's way more shit, but I'm just kind of skipping through it here. I will give you the best you will ever have in your whole life over and over again. I'll be having a great time with your beautiful little. And he did admit to me on camera voluntarily that there was a potential he was going to have today, and he did admit to buying over 500 child images and to them in the past couple months. And
did he talk about having a phone on him?
He has a phone on him. He gave me his passcode.
Okay, hang on to that, okay?
Yep.
All right, if y'all will just stay back from them, let me make a phone call.
No problem. What's up, guys? Be sure to join Locals in the pinned comment. Over 100 videos early and uncensored. For only $10 a month, we do travel most, catch the sickest. Help us get people off the street like him. And just for today and always, a total of 0% of the Locals proceeds will go to the decoys. So if you really want to help out Alex Rosen and the Poachers, join up Locals in the pinned comment and see mugshots and conviction updates. Thank you.
all of you, all four of you? Okay. So yeah, if y'all will meet us at the police department, and we'll gather up y'all's information and whatever you guys got, so you guys present to us. You know how this works, right? Have you done it before?
Yeah, many times.
What's the process that you've experienced before?
Well, usually we just go down to the PD, dump the video we have for y'all, give you all the messages, and we're on our way.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna need y'all. Meet us up there? Yep. You wanna lead them up there? And, yeah. I've got to run back by the house, and then I'll meet you up there. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
And you too. Thank you, man.
If you want to get ad-free access of our rawest, unedited, and uncensored catches, exclusive live streams, and behind-the-scenes phone calls, join our locals for the low price of just $10 a month. And don't forget to get yourself something new like our exclusive Air Gordon t-shirt, only on PredatorPoachers.com.